Hey, it's Bridget. I'm looking for some hamburger. I'm checking in the chest freezer here downstairs because unfortunately I have a sick doggy. Sorry to my vegan friends. I know, you guys, I know it's hard to hear me talk about hamburger. I have to dig in here for a second. I have a sick puppy, a sick doggy. She's 13, but she's really having a hard time off her belly. It's been bugging her for a couple of days, and it's getting really rough on us, getting up all the time, helping her out. I shouldn't say rough on us, you know? I'm tired. Can you tell? I'm like tired. This is an old tired face. Okay, just a second. Let's see. The hamburger, I think, is way at the bottom. I mean, what's up with that? Look, you guys. Look at this. Way at the bottom, right? You guys have these things, these chest of freezers? Oh, there it is. I see it. Just a second. Hang on, you guys. I got it. I got the hamburger. I got it. I'm going to get two because, you know, we use it for everything. Tacos, spaghetti. Oh, there we go. What's this weird thing on my neck? We're in the downstairs, by the way. The utility room. Let's make sure this isn't shut right. Star and freezer doesn't always shut right here. Let's make sure it's... There we go. What's this weird thing on my neck? You guys, are you asking that? It's a corn bag. It's a corn bag, and this is the company. There you go. It's a Minnesota company. Warm Hugs. I love it. I order them every year because they get nasty after a while. This is a hot one. I was going to do a meditation, and then my poor Diamond, my little miniature dachshund, she wasn't feeling good, so I had to get her outside. And I'm looking in here to see, I have, here, just a sec. There's a cold one here, too. See, cold corn bag. They're great if you have, like, headaches and stuff, or sinuses. Oh, my gosh. Or for kids that are really complain about being hot. Like at night, my son gets really hot before he goes to bed sometimes, so I give him this. Or if they're cold, then you heat them up, right? So I have some that are cold and some that are hot, and they're good for sports stuff too. I didn't think this was going to be an infomercial, but hey, it's a Saturday morning. I've been working a little bit. I shouldn't say working a little bit. I've been working a lot against myself inside, trying to show up in the world and do my good work for the world with you guys. I have to be quiet because everybody's sleeping. We're going up. Oh, there's a dog. Did you see the dog? Still got Christmas stuff up, of course. It's only January 2nd. So let's get into the light here. Sounds funny. Let's go into the light. Oh, it's a psychic funny. Psychic joke. So I need to make this special food that's really bland for her so her tummy can recover because she still needs to eat something, a little bit of something. So I'm going to put the hamburger in the sink for a little while, and hopefully in like an hour or so it'll be ready to, maybe 2 hours, it'll be ready to make into a very bland food with rice. Rice and hamburger is kind of what we've done in the past via the vet recommendations a long time ago. I've had dogs for years, so I've kind of been through it, the process. Oh, you guys, do you want to see my new mugs? Can you see it? Let's go into the light. It's purple. I posted on Instagram. It's a purple mug. It says hope. It's my writing, actually. This is my writing. There's a sweatshirt. I just ordered the sweatshirt. I'm excited to get that. I like the sweatshirt. I have my Merry Feminist sweatshirt on right now, and it's just such a nice sweatshirt. It's not like super bulky, and it's soft inside, so I like it. I mean, I know they're more spendy than like the cheap $25 ones you can buy, but I prefer the nicer inside ones that feel good, not like you're wearing like a burlap sack, you know. Softer. I like softer. Okay, so let's see my Diamond. See if we can see her. Let's go see how she's doing. Let's make sure we find her, because if we don't find her, we might find some yucky stuff we gotta clean up here. Let's go see. I'm gonna do a meditation. I'm tired this morning. How are you guys doing? Stepping into the year here. Oh, she's not out here. Where is she? Dimies? Dimies? I think she's in the bedroom. Let me just check. Okay, everybody's sleeping. She's resting in the bedroom. That's good. She's resting in her little bed. I have, you can probably hear the dryer in the background. I actually just put in her little blanket. She's very spoiled, let me tell you. She has like this cool zebra print blanket that used to be mine. It smelled like me, so I used it for her a long time ago and she loved it. And super soft, and so she has that, and usually goes in her kennel, and her kennel is by the bed at night. We don't shut the door, it's just open, and her blankie is in there, and she goes and she lays in there. That's where she sleeps. She likes to be there. She likes to be in her kennel, so she does that. And then but unfortunately she had a rough night last night, and so we've been up, and I don't know how many hours of sleep we've actually gotten in a row. My husband took care of her in the first part of the night, and then I've been doing it the rest of the morning. Oh, dogs, they're just like having kids, aren't they? You mean, you feel bad for them, you know, you worry about them. Yes, for my animal friends, don't worry, I called in St. Francis of Assisi to help, Archangel Raphael to, even though I'm feeling like Raphael isn't really the alignment one for this, even though Raphael does, you know, healing work and such. I didn't feel like it was quite a fit for her. She's more like a Hanel, Archangel Hanel, and Archangel Ariel. So Hanel is very pink, lighthearted, compassionate. That's totally Diamond, our dog. Oh my gosh, she's such a sweet, she's just all heart chakra. So Hanel's a really good match for her. And then Ariel, who's a little more motherly, a little more in charge, Divine Feminine. So it's the soft side of Divine Feminine and the leadership side of Divine Feminine together with Ariel and Hanel. And Ariel's very purple. She's super purple, especially with Diamond, because it's crown chakra and motherly and mothering her. So it's that divine mind and that heart chakra. So Ariel and Hanel are working with her, and St. Francis of Assisi, whenever the animals are involved and they need assistance, I always ask for St. Francis of Assisi. And no, you do not have to be a particular religion to work with a saint. No, or a deity. Oh, no. They're all super non-denominational, very culturally diverse. Here's the Hope mug. Look at that. Oh, yes. This is a super casual vlog. But I haven't chatted with you for a bit, so I feel like I should, right? I should check in so you guys know I'm, alive and kicking in the new year. I am. But I'm still fighting with myself. I got my journal. I have not turned over to my new journal yet this year. And it's Saturday the 2nd. I really thought I would do it like January 1st, but with all the dog being sick, and then there was this weird thing that happened with my daughter's phone. Let me tell you about this. This might have happened to you too if you have an iPhone. I'm gonna get some water now. Let's heat up some hot water. I like to blend a little bit of coffee, hot water. So, little weird thing that happens. My daughter is about 2 hours away from us. Just a minute. It's gonna be loud for a sec. She's still living in the college town that she went to school at, and now she's taking this next semester off because it's really ridiculous to pay the money for online classes when the instructors are not online instructors. She had 3 instructor changes for a class and finally dropped it, but who gets the hit for it? She does. We do. So if I would have helped her and paid for some of that class, let's just say if I did that, which I didn't, I don't think I did this year, then you're just out the money. Sorry, too bad. So she has student loans for a class that the teachers kept changing because they just weren't into the teaching the online thing, or stuff was happening with the faculty, and the professors were just, and she couldn't understand them, and it's hard, the dialects were weird, and it was just tough. They didn't know how to use Zoom. It was just, I could complain. Everybody can complain, right? So I'm trying not to do that. Put that back in 2020. Complain. Everybody can complain, right? The financial part hit hard, and so she's just staying there in her place, and she is working. So she doesn't want to give up on the dream, man, so she's working. And so she's at work yesterday, and all of a sudden I get this text that says SOS. You're getting an emergency notification from my daughter's Megan. Her name's Megan. I don't usually talk about, and I used to not really tell my kids' names, but it's fine. It's totally fine. They don't care. They're adults. When they're adults, it's no big deal. And so from Megan's phone, and I'm like, what? what? That was weird. I'm like, nah, she's at work. And I looked online and I saw her location status said she was at work. I'm like, that's weird. And then she called me and she said, Mom, my phone is glitching. I don't know what's going on with it. It called 911 and it's sending out emergency notifications and it's flashing. The screen is flashing and I can't get it to stop and it won't turn off and I don't know what's happening. She was literally working at the checkout counter and her phone was in her back pocket. She's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So she stayed on the line because I guess iPhones, like I have an iPhone 11 myself too, and it's just, I don't like it. I think I'm gonna switch to Android, really. I've been like an iPhone user forever. I've always been an iPhone person as soon as I could be, and I'm just tired of it now. They have too many different things that you can't just turn off, and it's just crazy. I know you can turn that feature off, but I think you can anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, but you don't really think about it, right? It just shows up when you're turning your phone off. So it was a whole big thing. So she had to talk to the 911 operator. It happened twice. And like a short amount of time, she had to talk to the 911 operator. She said, I don't know what's going on. I have an iPhone. It's just doing this. I don't know why, and all this stuff. So then I had to send text messages to like other people that were her, like in her contact list, like her boyfriend and her dad and stuff and her brothers, so that they would know that she was fine in case they got a notice. It was weird. And then eventually it stopped flashing and then she was able to turn it off and just left it off for a while. And then it worked when she turned it back on. But I'm like, that was a crazy, insane thing. Crazy. I talked to her for quite a while though, because she was worried that she was going to lose her job yesterday because she had like a week off. Like they gave her a whole bunch of time off and she was like, uh-oh, because she started as seasonal. But she's doing such a good job and stuff. And she figured she'd be able to stay, you know, because she's a good worker and stuff. And they let a lot of people go yesterday. They didn't let her go though, but they told her her hours are going to be slim for the next month or so. So she just has to be ready for that, which kind of sucks since she lives paycheck to paycheck, you know. But she's going to figure it out. It's part of life, right? A lot of you guys, a lot of us, me too, live in paycheck to paycheck. And thank God we have a paycheck because a lot of people don't. And so totally get that perspective, right? First world problems, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, this water is really good. Okay, so let's go sit on the couch. I'm going to do a meditation, a really good meditation. Isn't it cool how in the first part of the year, oh, now my coffee's cold. We got to heat it up again, you guys. Don't you hate that when the coffee gets cold? You got to heat it up again. And let's put a little water in it because it's very strong coffee. Don't you love it, though, in the beginning of the year that all these psychic people and spiritual people that you follow like are offering free stuff just like me? I'm offering something free too. On Sunday, January 3rd, I'm doing a try it session for you, but you have to access the Zoom link. And how do you get the Zoom link? You have to go to Facebook to do it. Sorry, I'm not going to post a Zoom link everywhere, because if I post it everywhere, you could get some creepy McCreepersons, and you guys know we do not like creepy McCreepersons when we are doing our spiritual work. So go to Bridget Inspired on Facebook. If you really need the link and you are not a Facebooker, you can email me and I might send it to you if I get a chance. I'll try to do that. Okay? But don't worry, you don't have to be on live because I'm going to share it here on FairyGrasshopper, because I share everything here on FairyGrasshopper. I probably overshare on FairyGrasshopper, like this morning I'm sharing on FairyGrasshopper. Yes, so every morning I have coffee and hot water, or tea and hot water, or tea and coffee. So this is probably not the best scenario. I'm going to have to go back and forth twice. We have a little doggy gate thing set up between our living room and our kitchen because there's carpet in our living room. And for the longest time, I didn't want to deal with the dogs on the furniture or the hair and on the carpet, because it gets on the carpet. You cannot get it out because we have sheddy dogs that shed, and we've got sheddy dogs. We have 4, so, and they're all kind of getting old. I was just thinking, 2 13-year-olds, 1 12-year-old, and 1 11, I think. Okay, so I'm done with this. going to have to use it for my meditation though, so I like to use the corn bags for, here's a tip, I actually have smaller ones that are like eye pillows, and they have, like, they literally have corn in them. They literally have corn in them. And if you want, you can heat it up, or you can cool it, chill it out, have it be cold, or you can just leave it plain. Just put it over your eyes so it's kind of dark and soothing, and it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on, and it feels good. I like that. Okay. So let's grab my pen. Got my purple pen today to be using for my journaling. Usually after meditation I need a journal, but don't you love it when everybody does like free stuff in the beginning of the month? I love that, especially in the beginning of the year. So I'm doing Yoga by Adrienne. Yoga by Adrienne. I think it's Yoga by Adrienne. Great. 30 days of yoga, free yoga. How awesome is that? And it's quality, because just because something is free doesn't mean it's good. Yeah. Sometimes there's a reason why stuff is free from some people, because it's not very good. They couldn't base all it. But in this case, and in most cases, people are just being very generous with their offerings, so that then you can understand how they work. And if you're a fit, then you guys can work with them in the future. That's why people do it. So you got to try. Sometimes you got to test drive it, So that's what I'm doing and that's not what I'm doing with the yoga with Adrienne. I like Adrienne a lot. She has great yoga, you guys, seriously. Like, part of me is going, I don't know how she makes her money, because a lot of her great stuff is free. She's awesome. Yoga by Adrienne on YouTube. Check it out. Not too late to join. Day 1 was yesterday. Actually, it was day 0 yesterday. I thought that was so cool. I'm like, oh, she's so smart. Just a check-in day. That was an easy day. Now today is like 40 minutes of yoga. I'm like, okay, I think I can do it. I have hope. Look, now see the sun is coming out. Nice. Look at it. I think I should not do vlogs unless I've taken a shower. I did wash my face, so I got that. Got the moisturizer on. Had to do that today. But I think I should not be doing vlogs on videos unless I have makeup on. I look like super old. I hate that. I'm just saying the stuff that everybody else thinks of themselves too. Cheers, right? See, I'm a real person. Isn't that something? Just like you. So much in common, don't we? So the thing I'm offering tomorrow is called Word of the Month. Usually people do this thing called Word of the Year. Well, that's too much. That is way too much to commit to. That is super overwhelming right now. Just forget about it. I have been trying to do Word of the Year for 2021 since the beginning of December, and not happening right now. So I decided, let's do Word of the Month. Break it down into bite-sized chunks, manageable chunks, nothing too crazy. So I'm inviting you to join me for the first one for free. It's a group session, basically, for like, I'm not sure how long it'll be. The first group will probably be a little bit. It'll probably be 30 minutes to an hour. Probably an hour, the first group. And then after that, the monthly, it'll probably be between 30 and maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes, because my goal is to do like a connection into the energy of the month, get a word that helps to ground us so that we can be human and spiritual while we move through the energy with the energy of the month. It's not like a fighting against, it's a being in the understanding of what's going on externally and who I am internally. Just really honoring that relationship in a balanced way. And the best way to do that is in alignment through a word, because words the brain gets. And you need the brain in order to navigate human life and not to help resist any of the intuitive development that's going on right now, because it's a massive intuitive like uprising. Boom. Everybody's getting psychic. It's crazy. And here's the thing, but the prediction part, that's tricky. There's not many people that can do any predictions. Not right now. Not right now. That's not the intent. The whole world is like the stack of pancakes. At any moment, it could just tip over if you add one too many. Or the ones on the top are cold and the ones on the bottom are warm. And where's the butter? And how do you get to this one? And how do you get to that? I mean, just like topple over is what it feels like. So not one person can be accurate about everything, because not one person has the entire view of all because if that was the case, they would not be here. They would only be a spirit guide. So only the people who perhaps are channeling some mega groups or councils of energy that are probably from star energies in the future, not the past stuff, but the future stuff, they have a better likelihood of being more accurate, just letting you know that. Big time. Especially with all the people who've transitioned. Being a medium this year has been just not fun. Not an easy thing to be or to manage or to do. And for me personally, anyway, my perspective, I'm only speaking from my perspective because there's been so much death and mass death. And it just makes things so, for me personally, I just feel the grid of the empathy of the grief of everyone and the kind of what seemingly injustice it feels like related to it. It's unjust or it's not right or it's like this cleansing, but it's also this sorting out of values and things, and it's showing up very real in life, in termination of life, and ways that we never could have expected, you know? And so the medium part is hard, for me at least right now, because it's just, there's too many. There's so many spirits that deserve to be respected and acknowledged and appreciated for the lives that they've lived, and the loved ones that they've left here on earth are grieving. And it's like this delayed reaction to the grief, because you can't have the traditional funeral or the goodbye or the memorial service. And so there's a ton of unresolved grief, and that stuff is going to be what creates addictions, and people go crazy, and people feel really isolated and really the not enough and the not loved, and the world is a bad place, kind of those kind of negative, really heavy weighted emotions, feelings, and thoughts that are not even fully accurate, because we're in this weird time with our growth. And so intuition is huge. It's like exploding right now, which is great. But the psychic parts of it, you've got to really understand the bigger picture of things before you maybe take too much in and make it too literal. That's what predictions do. It's make things very literal. And I'm not saying that nobody can do it. I'm just saying that it's very difficult right now. And I wouldn't even want to try. Except if I was with my girlfriends and we were just having some fun. It's okay. I haven't even done cards for you guys. We should do some cards this year. Should we? To start the year? I think so. You guys. All right, well, I am going to go into meditation. I'm going to finish up my journal. This one's linked below. I am literally on the last page of it. I go through one of these a month. I'm not kidding you. When I'm really processing and purging and just sorting things out. I don't do it to go back and necessarily look at things or reread them, but journals are just a great writing. You don't have to be an author or a good creative writer. It's nothing about that. I rarely ever show or share my writing unless it's like a channel or it's an opportunity for a healing lesson for someone. Then I might share it like in a video or whatever, do a channeling or do a video about that. But if it's a message or something and it's a really big deal, otherwise no, it's just for me and I'm worth it, and so are you. So you should get a journal. This one's pretty. Look at that. This one's called, let's see, Heart of the Tree. It's very blue. Very blue energy. I've always been. I love it. It's not just water element. It's actually third eye. The clairvoyance. Oh yeah, it's a blue clairvoyance. All right, guys. Oh, it's so nice to connect with you today. Let's have some more water. Have some good. Oh, let's use some spray. I've got some spray here. This is lavender. Got some lavender spray. Would you like some? It smells pretty good. My daughter loves it. When she comes home and she crashes on the couch here in the living room, she likes to use this. She's like, Mom, where's the lavender? Can you make me some? I'm like, yeah. Okay, so you ready? You ready for it? Here, I'll spray some for you. Got it? Take a breath. Nice exhale out. There you go. Positive start to our day. All right, you guys. guys. Hey, I'll see you on January 3rd at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for Word of the Month, the free sessions. You can try it before you buy it, because then you can buy it in February, March, April, May, that kind of thing, okay? All right. And if you miss it, don't worry. I'll post the video here. All right. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.